jokes and we're gonna break their ankle.
This is what I do. I don't know why it's so yellow. It's because these fucking leaves. I don't wash it too good, but I figure wild crows, they can deal with more dirt than you or me. I was drinking my coffee and just heard a bunch of noise coming from this thing in front of the porch. I was like, what the fuck's going on? And I poked my head over. There was 2 crows and 2 squirrels frolicking in the water, playing with each other, splashing each other. It started because they were around. There used to be hundreds and hundreds of them that lived on the roof of the school over there. And they were so noisy and crazy that I figured it was worth trying. You always hear they're so smart and you can befriend crows. And honestly, you can befriend crows and then turn them against your enemies, which I thought might be funny.
My experience with the crows is that Doug controls the crows and the crows control my cat. And so Doug controls my cat.
The crows can control anything just because they're they work in a gang. Makes cats a poor loner soul. So the crows can do whatever they want, man.
Doug will get real excited about the crows and he'll call me. I've never really seen him. I mean, I've seen evidence of him. The only time I've really seen him is there was a couple weeks, I think in July, where Doug was getting really excited about the crows. And he was like calling me almost, like a couple times a week and being like, the crows followed me home from work. I'm like, what do you mean the crows followed you home from work? And he'd be like, no, they did. And I was like, I believed him. I was just like, I don't really know what that means.
Oh, I told him that I've been told before by certain people that at a certain age you become really, really into birds. And he was very offended by that. But I think it holds true. I think maybe at a certain age, or maybe if you just have a Doug-like disposition, the birds just start following you. It's nice.
It's just, I mean, it's inspiration, man. It's so inspirational, the crows and how they come back and to visit Doug. And, I mean, I think they might be Doug's only real friends. I know they care about him a lot.
You can also do some sort of, like, in editing, we can, like, have it on. Yeah, that's I've always listened to YouTube. Oh, yeah. I was, like, listening to
bands that I was in, I played with Doug's bands and Darren's bands. And Doug and I played together in the late 90s. And we're always friends. And then I wasn't in a band, and their band was breaking up a little bit. And so we just said, let's start our own band. And then we said, let's call it quits.
You can ask anyone in this bar tonight. Ask them if Doug is a little bitch. They'll say, absolutely. One time, I drove a truck down the street and Doug was sitting on the corner. And I reached out of the car and I slapped him against the head while he was sitting outside of Wax Trax. And then 7 years later, I was like, hey, Doug, do you remember that time where you were like sitting outside of Wax Trax and that redneck drove by in that giant pickup truck and slapped you upside the head? He was like, yeah, that totally sucked. That ruined my fucking day.
Ruined my day. He slapped me hard. He drove by at like 40 miles an hour and fucking whacked me.
Yeah, it was great. And then I told you 7 years later, and it was hilarious.
Yeah, well, I get to play all these great shows. I have this awesome porch where I've befriended a bunch of wild animals. Yeah, I don't know how to answer that question. It's great.
It sucks, man. He's so mean, and like he just yells a lot and hisses.
The slightest thing that might annoy me, it could be the tiniest little thing. I pretend it's wrecking my life, and so I'll give a good, I hate it, that kind of thing.
I know. I like kind of make a real effort to not hang out with men, but I do make a real effort to hang out with Doug. So, you know, I think he's really a sweetie at the end of the day.
Yeah, I mean, I guess he's like a sweetheart. He likes to hide under the like, I'm a curmudgeon and I hate everything.
I'm looking up this
Farce.
I mean, I hate most stuff. But yeah, I'm a grump and a grouch, and I don't like people all that much. So it's fine if they see me as curmudgeonly. I'm not all that much, and I love people. It's all fucking act. I love people.
Doug Maducci is my best friend. I love him. He's an inspiration to me every day.
It feels weird to say. I'm uncomfortable saying it, but like I live my stupid life like completely on my own terms. Like I've been a weirdo my whole life and never found a reason to stop doing that, and I figured out how to do it and like be comfortable doing it, you know, like it's not quite dropping out of society, but it sure is living in a different part of society, which I'm glad I've done it that way. Yeah.
I like your twisted point of view, Mike. I like your questioning eyebrows.